I'm Nolan with Western Welding Academy. In this video series, we're going to show you how to do 3 common TIG welds, starting off with this 2F fillet weld. But before we do that, we got to start assembling our torch and machine. We're going to start on this end of the rig. So this will go into your machine. This will plug right into your terminals. This is a hose, and this will allow your argon to flow through. You're going to connect this end to your regulator, to your bottle. We got a bunch of line here. We come to the head of the torch, slide this handle off, just pull it off. So this is your hose right here. This is where your argon's gonna flow through. Then this is your lead. This is the part that's connected to the machine. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna carry the power for that torch. Then you go up here. This is our little gas valve here, and this will allow the argon to flow through the head of the torch and out the cup. All right, so now on this end of the torch, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on our gas lens. You can use either a gas lens or a collet body. This collet body just has these holes and it doesn't diffuse the argon as much, but it's a little smaller so you can get into tighter spots. This gas lens has this nice screen on the end, so it'll diffuse that argon a lot better. So we're gonna use the gas lens. This is our insulator. Our insulator you have to use with a gas lens to convert this torch to be able to use the gas lens. It basically acts as a gasket for your gas lens and your cup. So we're gonna slide that insulator on the end of the torch, and then take our gas lens here, and it just threads right in. And you don't want to over tighten it, just snug is good enough. We're going to grab our collet, and what our collet does is when our tungsten goes into it, it'll pinch it down so our tungsten can't move. So the collet just drops right into the back of that gas lens and drops all the way down. Then we're onto our back caps. So we got a few different styles. We got the button, which is this little one. Just a little different profile, smaller tungsten. You can't use a full piece, but you can get into tighter spots. This one is made for full sticks of tungsten. You sharpen it, put a full stick in there, but you can't get it into a tight spot. So we're gonna use the little button. Just thread that in. Just get it started. You don't want it to seal quite yet. So now we're gonna put our tungsten in. Our tungsten is this 1/8 inch, 2% thoriated tungsten. These are full sticks. They come in 7-inch sticks. First thing is we're gonna break it in half. So just grab it with our pliers, and just a swift break, broke it in 2. Then we're gonna take it and we're gonna grind it with our tungsten grinder. Put our face shield on, put it into our tungsten holder here, and pick our angle. We want right about at 30 degrees. We got a nice, almost pencil point here at the tip of our tungsten. You always try to keep your tungsten super sharp. And we're gonna put that right in the end of our gas lens. Let it stick out a good ways, so when you put your cup on, you can still access your tungsten. So then we're gonna tighten our back cap, and that tightens that tungsten into that gas lens. Now our cups. We have a few different styles here. We have our jumbo cups, and we have our not jumbo cups. These not jumbo ones, they pair with this collet body. They thread in there. Nice, but because we're using the gas lens, we need to use a jumbo. So we got 2 different sizes. This is a size 8, this is a size 10. The only difference is the end of this cup is a little bit bigger on the 10 than the 8. We're gonna start with an 8. Then this 8 cup just threads right in here, right onto there. And then you just want it tight enough to where it makes a nice seal onto this insulator. So that's good right there. Now we're gonna set our tungsten stick out. We're gonna loosen this cap. So now we can move our tungsten. We're gonna push it in a little bit, then tighten our back cap down. And that's gonna kind of depend on what pass you're doing on your pipe or on your plate. When you set your stick out on your tungsten, you're gonna wanna make sure that the distance from the outside of that cup to the center of that tungsten is roughly the same as the edge of that cup to the tip of the tungsten. So this distance should be about the same as this distance here. So that should be pretty close right there. Now we're gonna go back to the other end of this torch. So this is gonna go in your machine, so we don't need that right now. Now we got our hose here. We got our longer hose that's gonna go into our regulator. So we're gonna grab male end of this, thread it in there. Now you're gonna wanna hit these with a wrench. Don't over tighten them because you will strip out that brass pretty easy. It doesn't have to be crazy tight, just pretty snug.